So in tonight's video, we're taking off and we're gonna see what we can see with the thermal drone. This should be a lot of fun. I can already spot a whole bunch of deer. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's definitely something. Looks like one of the moms escaped. Son of a gun. Welcome back to the farm, everybody. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny afternoon. It's about 65, almost 70 degrees today. I'm just coming out here to do my evening chores. Good afternoon, boys. How's it going? We'll visit with you first. I want to go check on the cattle. As I just came out here, the cattle just started hollering, and I'm kind of curious as to why. Inside, Abby dog. There you go. Toby, you want to come with us? Come on, Bubba. You know, I got the gate open for you on the other side, but I'm sure people will want to watch how you creep underneath it, so we'll wait for you. See, this is how Toby sneaks under. Good job, buddy. Still waiting for our girl, Annabelle, here to have her calf. Hey, Annabelle, how's it going, sweetie? You're still looking very pregnant, but I don't know. Your udder isn't full with milk, so I don't know. Maybe you still have some more time before you're ready. But quite honestly, as I think about all the calves and who's gonna be ready and who's not gonna be ready to go out to pasture when I open things up, probably about a week or two, she's definitely on my list of I might hold her back, let her have her calf down here. I gotta cut the string off this bale and make it easier for the cattle to eat. I actually just bought some extra bales because I just started to run short of hay for the year. And so I actually got these unwrapped round bales, which I'm liking much better because there's a lot less mess and garbage that comes with them. So it's nice in that regard. But I don't know, it doesn't seem like the cattle like it nearly as much. I think it's partially because this is first cut hay, so it's a little bit more fibrous. But I'm pretty certain that the crew to moo is gonna be into it. And yes, I really hate this blue string. I wish they had like a edible, biodegradable version of this twine. Be pretty clutch if they did. As it is right now, I'm constantly picking this stuff up and throwing it out from around the farm. How's everybody doing? How's it going, Belinda? Good to see you. Got all the cattle over here today. We got Ariel with her unnamed calf. We got little Cindy Lauper hanging out with her mama, Belinda Carlisle. So 2 days ago, I decided to open things up and give the cattle a little bit more access. We're starting to have grass grow and pop up, but it's still not significant enough to let them graze, and I still need to feed them hay for probably a few more weeks, maybe 2 more weeks. But yeah, you can see the whole crew. When they see me, they immediately will think that it's time to eat. That's pretty much what always happens, which is why they're congregating right now and yelling. How's everybody doing? Meatloaf, how's it going, buddy? Good to see ya. Hey, look, there's baby Elvis over here. Little baby Elvis. I will say the whole herd is doing great right now. Like everybody's looking good, everybody's feeling good. I'm very excited with how calving season has gone so far. It's just really nice to see. Hey there, Princess Buttercup. How are you doing, sweetie? I think Buttercup might be my favorite of the calves so far. She's definitely the friendliest. She's also the biggest and most robust. Like she is super, super healthy. I don't quite know what it is, but her mama is doing a great job with her. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Annie. You're doing good work with little Buttercup here, that's for sure. But yeah, seeing those calves hit the grass for the first time the other day was pretty miraculous. Would you look at them? They're all like so eager and so ready. All they want is more grass. I guess I could open this up a little bit more without any real repercussions. I probably don't want to have them graze this alley yet because I'm trying to let it grow out well, but this kind of side road that I use to go up and down, this always gets beat up anyway, so I don't think it would hurt if I let them graze that. So now what I've done here is I've created a little paddock for them. Just gives them a little taste of fresh grass at the end of the day, which I know they'll appreciate. This space is going to be about the size of a usual grazing paddock for them, so it's like about a day's worth of grass. But there's probably less than a day's worth of grass that's grown, so we do have that to contend with. Now I must say, you ladies look ready for some fresh grass. Even little Curly Sue knows the drill at this point, and she's like 3 weeks old. Honestly, the thing I worry about the most is that I get run over, so I gotta be kind of careful as I open up this gate because they are so interested in moving. Come on, cows, fresh grass, come on. It's like a mad rush. Like I said, this is why I need to be careful. Good job, girls. Yeah, you're excited. Actually, as I'm looking at this is probably like a half day's graze. Kind of a nice way to cap off a good day. I think actually at the rate that the grass is growing, I might start moving them maybe next week even. I usually tried to wait till like late-ish May, but we've had kind of an early spring for northern Vermont, and so Might try to get a jump on things. It's funny watching the little ones even learn how to eat grass by watching their mamas. Now, I don't have any scientific proof for this whatsoever, but a lot of farmers will tell you that grass-fed cows raise better grass-fed calves because they essentially have gut biomes that are adapted to the grass-based diet. And honestly, it's kind of what I feel like I see. Like, it's not gonna be long now before these little guys just start regularly running underneath the fence line to get the best grass and beat out the adults. That's a totally normal thing. Isn't that right, baby B? That's what you learned to do when you were a little one. And now look at you. You're a big girl now. You're ready to join the big herd today. Or at least I guess this summer. Look at the little ones. I just love watching them eat grass, particularly fresh grass for the first time. They never seem all that interested in the hay, but they're always very, very interested in that fresh grass when it comes out. And they also love to scamper around, which in a close clump like this can be a little bit dangerous. So you gotta be watchful for that as well. Hey, baby Elvis, you wanna come visit with me? You don't have to be scared of me. I'm friendly. Nope, Elvis is like, I don't want nothing to do with that, buddy. Whoa, girls, whoa. Don't try to break the line. I don't want you to break my trees. Actually, as we're out here, it's probably a good time to check in. You can see the buds on these trees are just starting to form. This is a chestnut tree. Then I actually have another chestnut tree and then another mulberry tree down there. Look, my first little one's sneaking away. Where do you think you're going, little one? Oh, that's Ariel's calf. She's like yelling at her to stay with her. They're already starting to learn the fence too. I actually have this fence maybe a little lower than I should. Whoop. Don't worry, I had the fence off, so you got lucky there, kid. We'll let them do this and they'll get their munches in for the evening. And we've got other evening chores we've got to do here tonight. Happy dog, what you munching on? Hopefully it's not more cow poop. I'll feed you in a little bit. You can see the cattle kind of reach across and they've been picking at this black locust tree. You can see some of the branches have been broken off. It's okay though, no big deal. You know, it's so funny. I was just out here just kind of hanging out and enjoying the vibes and watching the sunset and like just watching the calves run around and go into like full sprint and then watch the moms get mad at them and yell at them for like drifting too far away. It's pretty adorable. I don't know what else to say about it other than that. Makes me feel very lucky to be here. There goes little baby Elvis with his mama Astrid. Astrid saw him way down at the other end of the pasture and she like started bellowing and like ran down to go find him. And then when she found him, she like kind of slowly walked him back over here. Love calves and cows. It makes me so happy. Abby dog, come on. What's the matter? You afraid of this fence? It's off. Come here. Abby, come here. Come here. Here, I'll open it up. There you go. Okay. Unfortunately, Abby's been raised by the school of electric fence hard knocks, and so she's always a little bit gun shy. What is that? Uh-oh. Look at that. Somebody's been dropping some eggs. Yeah, I guess this is usually the time of year where I will find the Easter eggs, and yeah, this looks like a fresh batch where somebody was trying to get some ducklings going. I think we're gonna take these. And hey, Abby dog, I know a couple of very good dogs that deserve some eggs on top of their dinner tonight, huh? Come with me, Meaty Pie. Yeah, you heard me right. Her nickname is Meaty Pie. Deal with it. Found another stash spot. So usually when I find random eggs scattered out in the pasture like this, I don't sell them. They end up being dog food. Just because I don't know how old they are. If they've been out here for a couple days, they got rained on, the bloom might have washed off. I just don't think it's a good practice to sell people stuff like that. I also don't think it's a good practice for Abby dogs to drink the pond water. Abby, get out of there. Get out of there. Come on. I'll get you some real food. You already have real water. I know Toby dog wants some food. Isn't that right, Tobes? Ron Swanson, have you been the one leaving these eggs out in the pasture? You look like a guilty, broody duck right now, girl, even though I know you're a goose. Don't you give me attitude. All ducks, go to bed. All right, hang on, guys. I'll open the door for you so you can get in. Yeah, they like to come home at dusk every night. Hang on. I'll open the door for everybody. I gotta come here in a couple minutes to collect eggs anyway. In you go, Quack Pack. This time of year, that's like a nightly ritual. Of course, Mr. Toby Dog is keeping me honest. He knows we have to take care of our weird chickens first. I actually moved the weird chickens into their new home, I think 3 days ago? So yeah, I've actually built a new door for the coop. I clipped their wings so that particularly some of the bigger birds don't get out. And now they're basically set up to get locked up at night. Good night. Actually, I forgot to get their eggs today. Sorry, girls. I'm just here to grab eggs, and I'll leave you alone. Don't worry. I'm closing the door. Good night. So here, I want to actually show you guys this. So this brown egg, I think, is from a Rhode Island red. This little tiny lighter brown egg is from one of the silkies. And so you can see the difference. I don't know, maybe I'll find a goose egg tonight and we can compare sizes. That is the full spectrum of what we raise on the farm, all the way from the tiny little silky eggs to the big old goose eggs. Come on, Toby, you want to help me collect eggs? Come on, Bruce the goose. You and your girl inside. Let's go. Everybody in. Abby, calm down. Our Abby dog just has too much energy for the birds. She tries so hard to be good, but just sometimes it's really hard for her. Abby just jumped the fence and came right back in. Abby, no misbehaving. Come on, get out of here. Go. Ugh, this is always my least favorite spot to collect eggs from. Can't wait till I don't have to do this anymore. Hang on, girl, hang on. And you? Oh, ew, I just had a chicken poop directly on my finger. That was gross. Ugh. That might be a first. You don't even have an egg. Oh, she's trying to lay an egg right now. Wow, usually I don't lay eggs this late at night. Here, I'm gonna let this sit for a second and see if we capture it. No luck. Well, I think we're gonna have to just come back and see her egg tomorrow, because if I leave you guys with her, then I won't be able to finish the rest of this vlog. And I have something very cool planned for the very end of this video. And no, that's not hype. I genuinely have something very cool planned for the end of this video. Let's check in with Mr. Pablo Barn Cat. Hey Pablo, how's it going, buddy? You doing good? You want me to feed you, I know. But first we have to feed our friends the goats. Looked like they were a little bit low on hay, so top them off so they don't get restless or cranky overnight. Howdy boys, how are you doing? Barnicus? Telemachus? Larn? Woo! You like those scratches behind the neck? Yeah? Yeah, good Barney, yeah. You prefer scritches over hay even. You're a good boy. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. Be ready for it. This might be upsetting for some folks, but you're gonna want to see it. Hi. Don't eat me. Come on, ma'am, don't eat me. So yeah, just a couple of days ago, I think it was like 2 days ago, that mama goose laid a bunch of eggs, her and a couple of other geese. So now she's set up on a nest. I don't know, if I was gonna pick a spot for a makeshift goose nest this year, this is a pretty good one. Hey, Ginny. I'm not gonna complain about it. And you know, it seems like every single year, I always have one mother goose that I let try to hatch out her eggs. And I think she's gonna be this year's attempt. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. We'll have to see. Hey, by the way, speaking of Ginny Barn Cat, you guys remember, there's a brand new Ginny Barn Cat shirt now available. There's also other designs too, like this beautiful one that I'm wearing. But if you want the aggressively friendly Ginny Barn Cat shirt, no booty hole on it either, you can actually just click the link on the screen, or you can click the link down below. I feel like it was time for Ginny to get her own shirt. She was really due. You know, she's been Barn Cat of the Year 2 years in a row now, so she kind of deserved it. All right, Lady Abington, you're first. Pablo, you get out of here. Come on, guy. And now it's time for the Toby dog meal. Dig in, guy. Oh yeah, you like that. It always makes me so happy to feed the dogs at night. It's just, again, one of my evening rituals, which I just love. So now that I have most of my evening chores done, I actually have to do another thing. We're gonna go into the hatchery, because tonight we gotta set another batch of goose eggs. Goose eggs. I will admit I'm kind of nervous, and I really hope I'm gonna have goose eggs hatch, but I don't even know for sure. You know, after all my failures from last year, I'm admittedly just, I don't know, very anxious about this one. All right, here we are in the hatchery. Got our eggs doing well. We're gonna pause the incubator so I can add more eggs. And then the other thing you're gonna notice is actually, you can see I have my other incubators out. In 2 days, I'm gonna take out my final batch that's down there, and I'm gonna put them in here for the stage of hatching known as lockdown. Lockdown is when you stop turning your eggs and you just kind of let them sit. That's when they actually start to hatch, and they'll hatch over a day or two. And as an experiment this year, I'm gonna try live streaming the hatching process, and maybe even the first couple of days that the babies are inside this room. So yeah, eventually you're gonna see the little birds contained within these eggs alive and on a live feed somewhere. Hopefully. But we are still 2 days away or so from being able to do that. All right, so we got a perfect even 15. The geese are starting to slow down their laying, and so this might actually end up being the last class that I hatch this year. I already have 3 other classes going, so it's not like it's a short class. There'll be 4 batches in theory that I hatch. Also for this round, I have some specially selected duck eggs that I'm gonna probably hatch with these goslings. I don't want a lot of ducklings because I'm trying to limit how many ducks I have. But the idea is to hatch out some special ones. I'm pretty sure all of these are either Khaki Campbell call duck crosses or they're gonna be runner duck call duck crosses. So like, this is one of the runner duck eggs, and I'm pretty sure they've been mating with Ralphie, the girls that have these eggs that I've been taking. And so my hope is I get some interesting crossbreeds here. Now we're gonna just slide these guys in here. Unfortunately, I'm running out of rack space, but what I'm just gonna do is put these guys on the bottom for now. I'll just turn them manually for the next 2 days or so. It's a lot less important at this stage of the game, so I'm not too worried about it. And then, like I said, in 2 days, when I actually do put them on lockdown, I'll be sure to put those guys up at the top and reshuffle my rows. It's a lot more important to turn them in the middle and even later stages than in like the first couple of days, so I'm not that worried. And I'll come in here like maybe 2 or 3 times a day and just give them a quick rotation. The reason that duck and goose and chicken eggs actually need to be turned is because what it does is it prevents any abnormalities or like weird spots for forming just by having the eggs sit in one spot. And so naturally the mama duck or goose or chicken will do that for her babies, but in this setting, you need to have a machine do it, or you, the human, need to do it by hand. So yeah, I'm sure if you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification thingy, you'll get an alert whenever the live stream goes live. It might actually time out that it's happening right around or like right after this video is posted, so just stay tuned. All right, and now I know I promised you guys a special surprise, and so here it is. We're gonna take the thermal drone out tonight, and we're gonna fly around and see what we can see. And this should actually be pretty interesting. I'm hoping to see some animals and wildlife, because this thermal camera can just pick up some crazy stuff. It's always so cool to me to see what you can see out here. Oh, wow. I can already spot a whole bunch of deer. Do you guys see that deer bedded down? Look at that, that's nuts. You know, you can't really see anything because like if you shine like a spotlight down, and I don't really have a strong spotlight on that drone anyway, like if you're looking at the regular camera, but if you look at the thermal camera, I mean, I'm clearly seeing a deer right there. We're about 100 feet above it right now. So we saw one deer already. That's pretty nuts. Let's see what else we can spot. And we're looking for the white dots. Those white dots indicate heat, which indicates a potential animal. What's this right here, huh? I don't know. That might just be a hole? Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's definitely something. All right, let's take her up and get up some altitude and see what we can see. You guys see how we're just flying along the pasture? We're probably about 20 feet up in the air, 25 feet up in the air from the pasture. I have to turn off the collision detection, so I need to be very careful I don't crash. What's that white spot? I can't even tell what that is. I think that's a pool of water, if I had to guess. Oh, there's some more deer. See them? Oop, I spooked them. They're like, what is this thing flying around here? They're kind of curious. I mean, right now I'm about 25, 30 feet up in the air. Wow, this is like seeing a whole hidden world on the farm. But I can see in this shot right now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I count 4 deer that I'm seeing right now just hanging out doing their thing. And then you can turn around, and then when you look, you can see our farm. And in particular, you can see the cattle. And in particular, I can see some calves that have escaped from their moms and are running free and are separate from everybody else. Looks like one of the moms escaped. Son of a gun. I hate when that happens. But it definitely looks like one of the moms is out there with the calves. I can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calves plus one more mature one who somehow snuck past the fence. I'll deal with that in the morning. They're not going to do too much damage this time of night. Okay, let's go look at the farm while it's sleeping as well. So you can see all the birds are in bed. You can see some of the ducks out for the night. Like there's a couple of them on the pond here. You can see the geese wandering around. The ducks and geese, I find, will stay out pretty much at all times. The chickens will go inside, but they'll stay in their coop. And you can see just a couple of birds wandering around. Let's see if we can spot Toby Dog and Abby Dog. I think that's Abby Dog right there. Hey, Abby Dog. We're actually not that far from where the drone is. She's like probably very confused. She's looking at me actually, and then looking at the drone, and then looking at me. All right, I'll leave her alone. She's such a good girl. Yes. She's not such a good girl. There's Pablo walking. And then there's me, and I gotta be careful I don't crash. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this update from the farm. I'll be back again real soon with another update, and until then, why don't you watch one of these videos? Oh, and don't forget about the live stream. Thanks for watching, everybody.